What is it that separates the mortal from the divine? What is it that sets the guardians apart? That sets him apart from humans like us? Perhaps it is their immortality, that gift that has allowed them to be the constant over thousands of years of humanity's history. Well, not all questions may be answered, but all stories should start at the beginning. Before there was life, before there was time, before there was anything, there was the origin. And from the origin came all things. The favorite of the origin's creations were humans. However, as time passed, again and again the humans came to their creator with their questions, and again, the origin struggled to answer them. Because no matter their love for humanity, they could not understand what it was to be human. So, the origin made a choice. They split themselves in two. These two beings that came from the origin were not almighty gods. They were protectors, distinctly more human and more complicated than their predecessor. They were the first two guardians, the many and the self. The many, who came to call herself Mercy, was patron of the human spirit of selflessness, nature, and family. Whereas the self, under the name Aditya, was the guardian of self-preservation, mystery, and of surviving adversity. They were the perfect partnership. As human culture grew, fostering both art and war, a third guardian was born, a manifestation of the human capability to both create and destroy. Guardian Leonitis, Prince of the Gods. From his genesis, Leonitis was beloved by mortals, and his strength reflected it. Though Mosi and Aditya cared for him as a son, his power quickly eclipsed theirs. He had a habit of picking sides in human wars. His parents advised him against taking human affairs into his own hands, and told him that their role was to be protectors, not rulers. But despite their discord, humanity advanced, and the insatiable thirst for knowledge that they displayed caused the heavens to stir. It is said that the guardian of knowledge fell from the stars, a being of stardust born of the boundless curiosity of humankind. He would come to be known as Idris, patron of learners, the cosmos, and of rational thought. But the same curiosity that gave Idris life also marked a growing trend of questioning the world, in not only humans, but one of the gods as well. With every petty war Leonitis witnessed, he became more and more convinced that the Guardians, that he, should rule humanity directly as king. If he ruled, he could end war, end famine, end suffering. Would he not be serving humanity to the best of his ability if he reigned over them as a benevolent god? Leonitis rallied humans to his cause, amassing a great army in the north. Though many refused to side with the tyrant, and instead swore loyalty to the guardians who stood against him. It wouldn't be long until things came to war. Leonitis' gifts of both creation and destruction made him near unstoppable, his might far exceeding that of any single guardian who would stand in his way. Thus, the prince who would be king began his bloody conquest. Then, at humanity's darkest hour, the Origin reformed. Though it pained them greatly to condemn their creation, Leonitis' desire to protect humanity had twisted into a lust for power. A great battle raged between the Creator and the Rogue Guardian. In trading blows with the Origin, Leonitis had proved just how powerful he had grown. But it would not be enough. As the prince lay dying, the Origin told their creation that his soul would live on. And from the two halves of Leonitis came a pair of twins. Two new guardians that each bore half of the prince's power. Abelian, guardian of creation, and Canis, guardian of destruction. Before vanishing again, the Origin made a decree. None but their own two halves would remember Leonitis, lest belief in his cause allow his split soul to reform. His story was erased in an instant. And with that, the Origin handed the rebuilding of the world back to their creations. But this calamity would give the world one final gift. Leonitis' war had left humanity in a mass panic, and this fear crystallized into a tempest that engulfed the broken world. Then, with a clap of thunder, the Guardian of Fear, Varian, came into the world screaming. A Guardian whose role was a mystery to even himself. Would his story turn him into a harbinger of doom? A monster in the night? Or maybe, just maybe, he was a shield. Born to stop threats like Leonitis from rising again.
Kira? Kira? Guardians, what are you doing in here? V called you like 3 times.
Oh, dinner already? Sorry, Varian, I was focusing.
Clearly. What's she working on?
Just collecting histories. This story is one that I only ever see written in fragments.
Thinking about me, short stack?
You wish.
That stuff's ancient history anyway. Come on, it's dinner time.
All stories hold power, dear Guardian. Perhaps yours holds more than you know.